Hey, y'all got this thing on Friday the 23rd about criminalization poverty. Your 2018 crime bill is doing exactly that. It's criminalizing poverty. And that's something that y'all need to address. I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia, Stockbridge, Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia, because a lot of the poverty and a lot of the criminalization, it came from the South and Jim Crow justice. And that's what y'all meeting out in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, is Jim Crow justice. You got a high population of black people that are run by laws by white people, mainly the Greater Baltimore Committee. I lost my live feed. I can't go too far from the house. All right. Now we're talking about the 2018 crime bill. Talking about Senator Zirkin's Senate Bill 122. You talk about Jim Crow justice and Jim Crow laws because that's what y'all doing, reinventing Jim Crow. Theft, all these other crimes that you got in that bill. You incarcerating poverty by putting these in the black community because you don't police the white community the same way that you police the black community. I've been to plenty of town halls with your police department, your mayors, for the last 10 years. I've been documenting the way that you incarcerate black people for the last 10 years. I've been putting it on YouTube. And I think that the only recourse that we really have to fight your crime bill and this poverty is to go after your money. You get us with taxes and fees and probation fees, drug testing fees, and you're not giving us no jobs to pay them fees. So now you're getting ready to put us in debtor's court or debtor's prison because we can't pay those fees. That's how you came up with slavery and reinventing slavery after you let us free. You got 2.5 million people locked up. This is the greatest country in the world, but incarceration is your biggest prison industry is your biggest cash cow. It's shared by the Republicans and the Democrats. And in the state of Maryland, y'all making $500 million a year off of our sweat and labor, and you ain't paying us for us. We make desks, we make shirts, we make caps, we make a lot of things, and you generate over $500 million off our labor, and we're not paid for it. Then when we come out here, we're in debt. We're in debt for child support. You know what I'm saying? We're in debt for a BGN bill that you locked us up for. We're in debt for a truck that you took from us that we couldn't pay the impound fee on it. You have you're not including us in the success in Baltimore. You have no black-owned businesses in the Inner Harbor, Fales Point, or Canton, or in these central business districts where you're making money. You give us the job to clean your garbage or fix your beds, but you don't give us careers. You don't make us ahead of nothing. So how you gonna have us doing anything? We got entrepreneurs. We got businesses that to thrive, but you won't invest in our businesses and you won't invest in our communities. You take away and you rob our communities and you reinvent that money into white communities. That's slavery right there. That's social economic deprivation in what you created. And it's done intentionally. So when I come to Annapolis and I talk to y'all, we're going to talk about the material I gave you back in 2008, 2006, when I was talking about mass incarceration in the prison industry. Because now you're talking about something I told you about. I told you so. So now you got to deal with it. You feel me? Prison industry, homelessness, housing, all of that ties together in poverty. It's created through poverty. Because you got crimes of necessity, crimes of survival. Dog, this war on drugs is part of your poverty program. Eliminate the war on drugs, you eliminate a lot of violence. Eliminate the war on drugs and divert that money back to rebuild the community and see what happens. You feel me? Part of your poverty is your war on drugs. Part of your poverty is the criminalization of the black community. Part of your... Y'all keep cutting me off. But see, this is something that y'all did. When I first started this, I had to have a camera, and I had to hold the camera, and I had to download the camera to YouTube. Now this shit is live feed. I ain't got to do all that. All I got to do is have a camera, click, point, aim, and send. And that's it. Making a movie, a documentary, I don't have to. All I got to do is live feed you like Doogie Howser did. Just show your ills every day. I'm going to show you politicians that run away. Because when I go to Annapolis, I put their camera in their face and I ask them questions. It ain't about if they like me or not. Because, see, this is where they go. The politicians are elected to work for us. You understand what I'm telling you? That's their job. If they like us or not, they're elected to represent us. Not the corporations, not the bail bondsmen, not the liquor. You know what I'm saying? Not the healthcare, not the opioid distributors. They elected to represent us. We the ones that cast the vote. And you all need to make your votes count and be heard. Start doing what you got to do. Because I lead by example. I want 100 more shorties. Not just one. Get 100 of them. And have them do it. You feel me? I encourage leadership. And we do this for free. We don't collect money to do it. And that's the part of it. When you put money into it, you taint it. Put money in it, you own me. Don't nobody own shorty. Can't nobody tell me what to say out my mouth, when to say it out my mouth. And when I say what I say, I stand on what I say. You feel me? You got my testimony in Annapolis, you got my testimony in D.C., and you got this letter on this message. Poverty comes from politics. It comes from mass incarceration. It comes from the war on drugs. So when you see me on Friday, that's my conversation.